Right, let's get moving. I'm feeling a little bit adventurous this morning. And as I was practicing this morning, I've been throwing balls up in lots of different directions. So I thought we're gonna do that together. So instead of starting here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into our body. I'm gonna make this a bit more equal so I can see your faces. We are gonna throw the ball in any way we want, but we're gonna change the way we catch it. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to grab it out the air though. So if it's halfway up there, turn your hand over, maybe bend down, and I want you to change the way you catch rather than changing the way you throw. So let's just have a minute of just getting into our body and see what kind of shapes we make. Let's catch it maybe with a straight arm, catch it with a really close arm, catch it really close to your body, catch it really far away from your body, and let's just see what inventive stuff happens. Maybe see that ball as a bit of a journey. So it's going to go traveling on its adventure. And we're going to catch it along its way. And as we do that, let's just check into our space, check into the surroundings. Think about where we're at. Think about how we feel. And let's just be aware of our breath. We've got Ben coming in. Morning, Ben. So we're just having a little adventurous catch as we move around. Maybe throw it behind, catch it in front. Throw it from in front, catch it behind. And this time as you go, I want you to turn around in a circle, and I just want you to look past the ball and just be aware of everything else in your space. Okay, look at things that you might not necessarily normally look at. Change the way we catch the ball rather than changing the way we throw. Be aware of what side swap it is, whether it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, or how close to each one it is. Okay, and what we're going to do today is we're going to take that ball into that one back and forth. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to treat this as this number one right now as a breath that's held. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to throw up to a 4 or a 6 or an 8, however high you can go. And I want you to breathe in as you throw that ball up. And as soon as it lands in your hand, stop breathing in. Okay, and we're just going to go back to that held breath. Okay, so let's start with this in our right hand. Let's take a breath in for the duration that the ball is in the air. Stop. Hold that breath for a second. And then we're going to do the same thing with the left hand. We're going to breathe out, up, and then stop breathing. Hold that breath wherever it is. Maybe that's a bit shorter. That's a bit more uncomfortable. Take a breath in. Stop. Reflect on that breath. Hold that breath. And then out. So let's do that a few times this morning. Okay, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, so if you keep doing that in your own time, and as you do that, let's just take a moment to find some gratitude this morning. This is about getting into that mindset every day, just finding that thing or those things or the collection of things that just set us up to be thankful for the day. So breathing in and then breathing out. Maybe try and push that held breath for a little bit longer. Use that moment to really find a feeling that can wash over you. Visualize that feeling taking over you. Got Raquel coming in. Okay, and again, breathing in and out. Let's do the same thing this time, but let's make those breaths a little bit shorter. So let's maybe do a 4. So in, hold it, and out. Let's be aware as we lengthen the height of that ball, just that extra little intake of breath. Just be aware of that, how long it is. Morning, Raquel. So we're just breathing in with one ball, while it's in the air, holding that breath and then breathing out. Okay, so we're going to do that same thing, but now we're going to change the way we catch. Okay, so breathing in and maybe catching it in a different, I'll turn my hand over there. You can catch it whatever way you want. Think about using straight arms. Think about using really close arms that's into your body. Change it up every time. What's more important than that ball really and that catch is the breathing in as we release it and then the breathing out as we release it. So use those same hands. Right hand, we catch it in the right hand to breathe in. Left hand, we breathe out, but we're changing the way we catch each time. You're holding that breath for any length of second because you want to. Just go 1. Think about maybe taking some smiles into that practice, that movement. So as we move around, we can take it into a smile. We can feel that smile here. We can draw as many smiles as we want. Again, just being aware of the space around us and looking past that ball, looking past those breaths. Let's do that for 30 more seconds. Got a lovely little silent ball on the head there from Ben. Quite like that. I'm gonna put mine on there for a minute as I watch you guys see these inventive catches. Oh, it's like a dance, Rianne, that is. Just that movement. Think of that flow, guys. Again, that journey that ball goes on. Maybe put yourself, your thoughts into that ball. And imagine that ball is your day and it's going on this journey. And you can take it wherever you want. You can throw your thought. You can catch that thought. You can make a choice. There might be things that come your way. Maybe make it a little bit harder for yourself this time. Make it harder to catch by throwing it differently. So you're just on the brink of dropping it. And then just be aware of that moment. Maybe as you catch it, spin around and try and catch it in the air. Bringing that attention just right back to that breath again. We're breathing in as we throw the ball up. We stop breathing when we catch it. We do the same thing on the breath out. You can choose however long those breaths need to be, want to be, but be aware of that journey, be aware of the movement. And more importantly, the space around you and the gratitude that you're building with inside you right now. And on your way to wherever that ball is going, grab yourself a second ball and let's just come to this 4-4. So throwing a 4 up in each hand. Okay. And what we're going to do this morning is we're going to create that worry window. We're going to just jump back. So we're going to go 4-1-1, 4-1-1, alternate the hands, 4-1-1, 4-1-1. And we're just going to recognize that this is, I mean, we can call it a window this morning. We can call it a lens. We can call it a viewpoint, I guess. So what I want you to do is if you've got any worries or anything that is on your mind right now, stresses, anxieties, little things that you need to do that you've not got around to doing, anything that's kind of bearing a heavy feeling on you, I guess, just look through that window and understand that you're human and we all have them. And we're just looking, as we feel that and as we let that kind of feeling take over us, we're just looking through that window of what is taking over us, I guess, at any given moment. So we can always, as we do this, let's try and do this. And if it's hard to do that 4-1-1 and look away to the left or right, don't do that. Just do 4-4 and try and look away to the side, or even just do 1-1. The important thing is that we're visualizing this worry window there. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to look through that window and see everything, all those feelings, but also look to the left and look to the right. Okay, and recognize how trickier it gets. It gets a little bit harder. It's easy to look through that window and feel them, but it's a bit harder to kind of take your gaze to the left or the right and look somewhere else in those moments of feeling. So just reflect on that. And you can even keep it as simple as just throwing one ball up and looking to the right or the left. Okay, just creating that square. Let's take a deep breath in that as we continue with that worry window. Maybe let's connect our breath to our throws in some way. Find some rhythm in there. Okay, and then we're just going to bring our attention to one ball. Let's take the attention. I'm going to get the different colours. I'm going to the attention to my green ball. So the ball that's in my right hand. So yesterday, as I was on my adventures around the internet, I found this mechanism, this cycle of things that was intention, attention, and attitude. So what I want to do today is I want to dig into a little bit about the intention and the attention. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at our right ball and we're just going to throw it up and down. And I want you to bring all your attention really to that ball. Okay. Think about the height. Think about the sound when it lands. Think about everything that plays into you throwing that ball up in the air right now, and bring attention to that. Every single detail. How your fingers move. The height of your hand. The rhythm. What happens to the ball? Mine's spinning as I throw. It's not going up straight. I kind of have this motion where I do that. Okay, so just be aware of what that ball's doing. Is it the same every time? And now let's look past the ball. So now we're going to bring our attention to the space around us. So your room. Maybe something you've not looked at in a while. Maybe to our feelings, to our senses. And let's bring our attention to the change that we're going to make. So I want you to throw it up, catch it normal, and then throw it up and catch it in a different way and throw it. So we're alternating between catching it in our normal way and then catching it in a different way. But the important thing here is we're bringing attention to our thoughts. We're bringing attention to whatever we want to, really. The ball and everything else. Anything you can smell, anything you can hear, but just bring the attention to it, okay? And alternate between a catch. Don't think about how those catches are going to go. Just improvise with it. Maybe find a bit of a bounce there. Okay, so now let's switch hands. Let's go to the other ball. Let's bring our attention to that for a second, but we're going to dig in a little bit here. And we're going to dig in a little bit deeper to intention. So the first thing I want you to do is see past that ball. Don't think about that ball. Plant that ball in your subconscious. And then we're going to find some intention for our day. So how are we going to walk in today on purpose? What we're going to do today? What was your intention in coming to this session this morning, maybe? I just want you to think about what intention means for you. Reflect on that. Let whatever I say resonate with you and find some intention in something right now. Be aware of that breath. And let's start to add our attention and our intention together. Okay, so we've got our attention on one hand and our intention on the other. And what I want you to do is I want you to find different ways of switching these over. So an obvious way is a 3-3. Okay, so come to that 4-4. Whenever we're in that 4-4, I want you to think about your attention, what's coming to your attention right now, what you are thinking about, and then jump to the intention. Okay, so as you juggle these balls, flick between those two thoughts. Every now and then, mix them up a little bit. Maybe go 5-3. Maybe go 3-1. Be aware of which ball, if you can, if you've got different colour balls, is your intention ball, which ball is your attitude ball. If you've not got that, if you've got the same balls, don't worry too much. But just flick between and distinguish between those two thoughts. So I'm going to shout out now a series of sight swaps, and I just want you to follow me. 5-3, 4-2, 5-1, 5-5. I'm going fast. 7-1, 4-4. And what I want to do is I'm going to go that speed through. Maybe I'll slow it down a little bit for the longer numbers. And then I will, but I want you to try and follow that. Okay. So 5-3, 4-2, 5-1, 5-5, 7-1 if you can, 4-4. If you can't do that 7, do another 5, depending on your height. Okay. 5-3, 4-2, 5-1, 5-5, 7-1, 4-4. Okay, try and do that a little bit quicker. I know we kind of, if you find that you're not working at my speed, grab that ball out the air wherever it is to speed this up. 5-3, 4-2, 5-1, 5-5, 7-1, 4-4. Okay, now I'm going to slow that down, and I want you to put a 4-4 in between every set of numbers that I say. Okay, so the 4-4 is your job, the rest is mine. Okay, so for example, I'm going to say 5-3. We're going to do 5-3. Right after I've done 5-3, you're going to do 4-4. Then I'm going to shout out the next number. Okay, let's go. 5-3, 4-2, 5-1, 5-5, 7-1, 4-4. Okay, I'm going to get a bit faster with that now, but keep them 4-4s in between. You might be on a bit of a delay, but go at the speed you can, but back it up in your head. Right, 5-3, 4-2, 5-1, 5-5, 7-1, 4-4. Good, and just bring that into a really close 3-3 or 3-1. So 3-1 is this, 3-3 is this. Bring it in a real, as close as you can to your body. And let's recognize that as all of the things that we hold real close to us, all of our thoughts, our feelings. Let's take that a bit further away into a more comfortable space, a more space where it's easier to naturally, I guess, juggle and recognize that space is quite a big space. It's not here and it's not there, but it's quite a large space of thinking. Okay, let's take that all the way out to that straight arm where we are not allowed to bend the arms, and a 3-3. And let's just recognize, as we did last week, and recognize that the thoughts that Raquel put in about this being holding things so close or so far away where there's not really much flexibility, and he makes it a little bit harder, and this natural zone of juggling. So just reflect on that for a second. So the important things that we're taking away from today is the attention that we give things, the choices really in which we give our attention, and the intention, the why. So go to 3-1 for a second. So I found this morning, I was listening to a song. I can't remember what song it was, but it had bridge and it had river in. And I was like, oh, all of a sudden when I seen bridge, I was like, oh, this is like a bridge. I don't know why it's like a bridge. It just felt like it was like a bridge, like, you know, a bridge. So I feel like I want to dig into this a bit more tomorrow. So imagine we've got a bridge, right, that we can cross at any time. And let's go to a 3-3, which is our river, which is this flowing wave of water, okay, which is underneath, which is always running. Okay, so we've got a safety of a bridge, and we've got this wavy state of play, I guess. I don't know what that means yet, but I'm going to think about that today. Maybe have a think about what that means for you as well. So we've got that 3-1, which is our bridge. We've got this river underneath it that's flowing. But we'll chat more about that in tomorrow. So to finish off today, let's do a let's take one ball and let's put it on our heart, and let's call this our gratitude ball. So let's just check in with that feeling that we had earlier. And I say that feeling because I mean that feeling of gratitude, that feeling of warm, that feeling that we're trying to manifest inside us with those thoughts. And let's take the other ball and let's call this our intention ball for now. So that intention ball is going to sit on our head, and we're just going to take a big deep breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to put a big smile on our face, a big smile on our tummy, and you are going to spin around. And as you spin around, and when I say spin around, you're going to spin around fast, and you're going to try and catch that ball wherever it goes, okay? So let's take that deep breath in. Keep breathing in, keep in, and in your own time, spin around and catch that ball wherever it goes. If it lands on the floor, even better. If you catch it, great. Well done, Ben. Who got it? Ben got it. Raquel got it. Rianne, no. I was the same. I didn't get it. No. You don't know. Guys, have a beautiful day. I shall be back tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, lots of love. Cheers, guys. Oh, I love this. Like at the end, just these. It's so the new digital love, isn't it? Like I love it. I was thinking because I was sad, but I was doing it in front of the mirror. I was like, what's the best way of doing this? Is it like this? Raquel, you had a way a while ago that was like, is it like, oh, you got balls? Guys, just while we can, because we can. Let's put 2 balls in our hand as well, and let's just do that little love heart because it's all about that. Love and Sugar. Oh, nice, Sugar. Oh, his hand's so small. Oh, cheers, guys. Have a beautiful day. Oh, one might be a little bit easier. That's right. Take care. That's good. No, do it with 10 balls. Come on. See you later, Sugar. Yes, Ben. Take care, guys. Have a nice day. See you later.